Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're the show that cuts through all the noise to deliver insights that, well, really matter. Today, we're going on a bit of a journey, actually, exploring the very soul of travel, what makes a stay truly memorable. Something that transforms it from just accommodation into an experience, something that stays with you. We're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of boutique hotels.
Yeah, and this isn't just about, fancy rooms or fleeting comforts. We're really talking about a fundamental shift happening in hospitality. It's driven by what travelers like you are looking for now, and also by these visionary owners who create these unique spaces. It's kind of a revolution, really.
It really is. And for this deep dive, we've unpacked a ton of sources for you. Everything from global market reports, academic journals, and also some incredible, really actionable insights from industry leader Chef Arun Chanda. He's the founder of Hospitality Consultancy. His boutique hotel blueprint, wow, it gives such a comprehensive look at this whole movement.
Exactly. So our mission today is to pull out the most crucial bits for you. What actually makes a boutique hotel boutique? What are guests, really looking for? And how are these unique places shaping the future of travel? We'll be keeping a special eye on India's landscape too.
Okay, great. So to kick things off, let's unpack this definition. What truly defines a boutique hotel? It's not just about being small, is it?
No, not at all. It's much deeper than just the size. I mean, they often are intimate, but Chef Arun Chanda really emphasizes it's about creating spaces with soul. He uses this great term, emotional architecture.
Emotional architecture, I like that.
Yeah, it's about crafting environments where, every detail, every design choice makes you feel something specific. It evokes an experience. It's curating something for you, not just, operating rooms.
That focus on the feeling, the intent.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And the sources break down different types as well, right, within the category.
Oh, absolutely. And this is where it gets really interesting. Chef Chanda sorts them into categories like premium luxury escapes, meditative and healing spaces, and rustic and wild experiences. Each one is really serving a different kind of traveler. From maybe the burned-out city executive needing peace to someone on a solo spiritual journey.
That makes sense. And, one thing that really jumped out from the sources was how resilient these hotels were, especially after the pandemic. What did you find were the key reasons for that? Why did they bounce back so quickly?
Yeah, that's a really important point. It seems their inherent adaptability was key. Boutique properties could often pivot faster than the big chains.
How so?
Well, their strong local ties help them switch to things like staycations or remote work packages pretty quickly. And their smaller scale just meant more agility, basically. They can adjust their offerings faster to meet the new demands.
Right, agility. Okay, so how has this shift in hospitality impacted the traveler? What are we seeing in terms of consumer behavior changes, especially post-COVID?
Well, what's fascinating is this move beyond just needing a bed for the night. People are actively seeking sanctuaries, places for relaxation, for healing, maybe even personal growth.
Sanctuaries, I like that term.
Yeah, and this trend, this sort of wellness-first tourism, is really fueling demand for these offbeat, intimate spaces. Places away from the crowds, closer to nature.
That totally resonates. And the sources pointed to some very specific things guests want in these spaces, didn't they?
Yes, definitely. Guests are asking for things like holistic wellness, meditation, yoga, mindfulness programs. That's big. They also want experiences that are, a bit out of the ordinary, like fireplace rituals, guided moonlit walks, creative workshops, things like that.
Wow, okay.
And a deep desire for nature immersion. Stargazing, maybe learning about sustainable living practices right there on site.
And the market data backs this up, right? We're
Yeah.
seeing actual growth projections.
Absolutely. The global boutique hotel market is projected for some pretty significant growth. We're looking at figures through 2034. Some reports suggest a CAGR that's compound annual growth rate of around 8.7%.
Wow, 8.7%.
Yeah. And that growth seems directly tied to this consumer shift towards wanting more personalized, more experiential travel.
Okay, let's zoom in on India specifically. The sources suggest it's a really fertile ground for this boutique boom. Why India?
Well, India's landscape is just incredibly diverse, isn't it?
True.
You've got everything from the Himalayas like Uttarakhand, Himachal, down to beaches in Goa, Kerala, the Andamans, peaceful river retreats in Bengal, Assam, the Deccan. It offers this amazing canvas.
Yeah.
And Chef Chanda's work highlights this. He has case studies boutique hotels in places like Kohima, Shillong, Icaros and Kasol, Himachal, Selva's Hospitality in Rishikesh. These examples really show how local teams can create world-class experiences but still keep that unique regional flavor.
That's fantastic. And thinking about that intimacy factor, is there a kind of sweet spot for the number of rooms?
That's a good question. The sources, like Boutique Hotel News, they seem to suggest that generally somewhere between 20 and 50 rooms works well.
Okay, 20 to 50.
Yeah, it allows for that exclusivity and personal service guests want. But it's still enough, usually, for operational sustainability and offering decent amenities. Those smaller places, maybe 10 to 40 rooms, are often flagged as ideal for really maximizing that intimate feel.
Got it. Okay, now for anyone listening who might be dreaming of opening their own boutique hotel, the sources, especially through Chef Arun Chanda, they paint a picture of a very specific mindset needed. It sounds demanding. What does it really take?
Oh, it definitely is demanding. Owners need to be, well, visionaries first off, deeply guest-centric, almost obsessed with delivering memorable stays, not just, running the room side of things.
Yeah.
And resilience is huge. Because for boutique owners, that personal touch means guest feedback can hit really hard. Every challenge, every market shift, it requires this almost artistic resilience to keep that soulful experience alive. And adaptability, of course.
So it's definitely not a plug-and-play kind of business, then. You can't just set it up and let it run.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And here's a really important reality check from the sources. Any expectations of, like, quick profits or living some glamorous lifestyle,
Yeah.
they're usually met with much more gradual returns. And lots of hands-on, often relentless work. You need active, daily involvement, especially early on, to really infuse that unique soul into everything.
That makes sense. And the sources kept emphasizing this commitment to authenticity. What does that actually look like for an owner trying to capture that soul?
It means having a genuine, deep love for the local culture and weaving that into absolutely everything: the design, the food, who you hire, the stories you share with guests,
Yeah.
every touch point.
Okay.
It's fundamentally about quality over quantity, investing serious time in training staff meticulously, and just being committed to constantly improving across the board.
Right. And for those aspiring hoteliers, you mentioned Chef Arun's blueprint has practical stuff like investment models, timelines. Can you give us an example? What's a key takeaway there?
Yeah, sure. One key thing from his blueprint on timelines is pretty sobering. Successful boutique hotels, they typically plan for an 18 to 24-month development cycle.
Wow, 18 to 24 months, so not quick.
Not quick at all. From the initial idea to actually opening the doors. Beyond that, he really stresses understanding your location's unique story, choosing the right size of investment, not too big, not too small. Partnering with architects who are ethical and artistic, that's crucial. And this one's great. Hiring an F&B, that's food and beverage consultant, who thinks like a poet, not just a chef.
Thinks like a poet. I love that.
Yeah, it captures that need for creativity and soul in the dining experience, too. His book gets into the nitty-gritty with models and even sample hiring briefs.
Okay, sticking with that theme of soul and authenticity, it seems like two other really critical pillars for modern boutique hotels are sustainability and community engagement. Why are these so vital now?
Well, the shift in what consumers want is just undeniable. Travelers now, both from India and globally, they strongly prioritize places that are visibly eco-friendly,
Right.
ethically sourced, green certified. Sustainability isn't a nice to have anymore. It's the baseline. It's expected.
So what are some of the core practices? What does a truly sustainable boutique hotel do, according to the sources?
They highlight real, tangible actions for reducing the environmental footprint. Things like installing solar power, using recycled building materials where possible, having advanced waste management systems, integrating water-saving fixtures, energy-efficient lighting. Pretty standard stuff now, but essential. And farm-to-table dining using locally sourced organic ingredients is huge, too. That minimizes the carbon footprint and directly supports the local economy.
Okay, but how can hotels show off these efforts authentically? How do they avoid just, greenwashing?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It really comes down to transparent communication.
How so?
By sharing measurable results like, we saved X amount of energy this year. Having visible practices, maybe offering tours of their green features, displaying trusted certifications, LED, Green Globe, things like that.
Right.
Even publishing annual sustainability reports. It's really about walking the talk and being upfront, avoiding those misleading claims.
Okay, that makes sense. And beyond the environment, you mentioned community building. Boutique hotels are becoming engines for that too.
Yeah, and the data here is really impressive. Some properties manage to fill like 80% or even more of their jobs with local people.
80%? Why?
And source maybe 30 to 60% of what they buy locally, too. And this isn't just entry-level jobs. It's inclusive hiring across all levels, offering apprenticeships for local youth, particularly women sometimes, providing skills, training hospitality skills, languages, crucial soft skills.
That's a massive impact socially and economically. Are there other ways they integrate?
Definitely. They actively build networks with local suppliers for food, for decor, crafts. They collaborate directly with local artisans, maybe sell their work in the hotel shop. Some even offer cultural programs like bringing in local musicians or dancers, or workshops where community members actually lead the sessions and earn directly.
That's great.
Yeah, and there are examples, like Six Senses Zil Passion, known for actively training and hiring locals, or studies from Sri Lanka showing boutique hotels with strong community ties actually get higher guest satisfaction scores. It underscores the real impact.
So for the guest, what's the takeaway when a hotel genuinely commits like this?
Well, when a hotel's truly uplifting its neighborhood, you, as a guest, you sense that. There's a feeling of real meaning, of authenticity that goes way beyond just nice design.
Yeah.
It stops being just a beautiful place to stay and becomes, well, a positive contribution, a deeper connection to the place you're visiting.
So we've really covered a lot of ground here. We've journeyed through this intentional design, the shifting market, the profound purpose behind these boutique hotels, from Chef Arun Chanda, the idea of spaces with soul, right through to the tangible impacts on sustainability and community. It's really clear these are so much more than just places to sleep.
Absolutely. And if you connect all these dots, look at the bigger picture. Boutique hotels are really setting new standards for hospitality. They're proving that by being agile, truly authentic, guest-obsessed, and yes, often quite tech-savvy behind the scenes, hospitality, when it's done with real heart, it genuinely becomes this healing, enriching experience.
So thinking about your next trip, how does this land for you? Next time you're planning something, maybe pause and consider, are you just looking for a room? Or are you actually seeking out a place that's transformative, one that celebrates local culture and genuinely cares for the planet and its people?
Yeah, it really prompts an important question for you to think about, doesn't it? How might your next travel choice consciously aim for a more authentic, more impactful experience? Not just for your own enjoyment, but maybe contributing something positive to the destinations and the communities you have the privilege to visit.